The minerals are just so good for your overall health, mental, physical. I just think spots like this are so cool. Like, it's creative, the colors are vibrant. I'm trying to film, but I have like this pipe here, this drainage pipe, but I'm like, just got a random pipe here. I don't know where to put my hands. Like, there is so much algae in here, and I'm just sliding, just sliding. I have been gone from California since January, and I went all the way to Florida. I was there for a van expo the beginning of March, and then I started driving back. I'm in Nevada now, and I'm gonna go camp at some hot springs. I am just like feeling tired. My body hurts from all the driving. I want to soak in some hot springs, just soak up all that nutrition, all those nutrients, all those minerals. So I am definitely looking forward to these. And you actually can camp there. There's dispersed camping. Fingers crossed that I can get a spot. But that's going to be this week's adventure. Something I love about Nevada. You have wild horses, you have wild burros, and we've already seen wild horses. I'm kind of hoping that the burros are going to be around the hot springs because I have heard that they like to hang out there. Well, I'm not going to be the only people camped here because there are 2 tents and a school bus. Make sure you pack it in and pack it out. There's a little bridge here. It goes to the 2 springs. There is so much algae in here that I'm just sliding. Just sliding. Oh my gosh, there's a burro out here. Hold on. There's just a couple burros walking. It's so bright. It is so bright. It's blinding. I actually really like the setting here. The road was good to get here. There's good open camping area. The couple of people I've met have been really nice. But yeah, there's a minivan of a bunch of people. Oh, we're not all gonna fit in here. We are not all gonna fit. I don't think I want to fit with everybody. A minivan just pulled in, and they have a large group of people. There's like 6 or 7. Good thing I got here a quick hot second ago so I could get a little soak in before they arrived. Oh, and there's children. So hot springs are actually a really great place to practice your breath work. And I'm not saying I'm into all like the hippy dippy type stuff, but I do know that when I'm feeling anxious or stressed, that just working on how you breathe, like I take 3 big breaths in, then I hold it for 3 seconds, and then I slowly let it out for 3 seconds. If you do that like 3 to 5 times, it immediately calms you It helps regulate your body more. That's something that I just love about the hot springs, is because you get regulated. All the minerals are just so good for your overall health, mental, physical, and emotional, and even spiritual. I think it just, being outdoors brings me closer to God. These springs are on private property, so they want to make sure that you're respectful of the area, which means pack it in, pack it back out. Whatever you bring here, take back out with you. And then they do have a sign here that tells you where you can do free camping. They have camping across the road. I parked down there to stay overnight. The area in front of the springs is just for parking to use them, but not to camp at. You guys, not only is there wild burros out here, but I also have wild horses. And I'm just sitting in my van watching this. They're so beautiful. Like, I can never get enough of seeing them. I had my coffee, breakfast, did a little bit of soaking. Then I just finished working, and now I thought I would come show you guys all around the hot springs area. I think the only people still camping here are the guys in the bus over here. The tent campers left. Everybody that came in last night and that came in this morning for sunrise has left as well. There's actually little fish in here. Could be like one of those places that you go and put your feet in and the fish eat, like nibble at your toes and legs. I actually did one of those places with my sister in Jamaica, and I hated it. That's just creepy feeling. I did not like that at all. There's little signs just asking you to be respectful and not to drive up on private land area, because you can damage the hot springs if you do that. So you have the two springs right here. This is the one I got to do sunrise in this morning. So it's the cleanest one right now. This one over here is actually so slick. I thought I was gonna die trying to get in, and it was very hard to get out. But it's nice and slanted, which is like, makes for a natural pool feeling. The fact that they had to put the sign here that says no pee/poop water source just shows me like how inconsiderate some people can be. If you are new to the hot springs and you don't know some of the etiquette, never like do your business or pee anywhere near water source. There's a cool building up here I wanted to come check out. Looks like some fun graffiti and stuff on it. I just think spots like this are so cool. Like, it's creative, the colors are vibrant. I like the story behind and just what the artist is trying to say. I actually really love all the weird art that's out in the deserts in Nevada. Like, to me, it just shows creativity and just the artist side. Even the graffiti is sometimes really beautiful. And I know some people don't like it, but I just think places like this are incredibly cool. And I love coming to see them. Can you hear that donkey braying out there? I love that you can just hear all the donkeys here, and then you know, wild horses and cool graffiti art buildings, and then the hot springs. It's a pretty epic location, honestly. Right here is the area where all the burros and wild horses were, just right outside my van window when I was having breakfast earlier. So that was kind of cool. I just start hearing them making all the noises, and there they are. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know if you could see it, but there's an antelope. A pronghorn is running down to get water by the burros. Oh, okay, we've seen wild horses, wild pronghorn, wild burros. What does this place not have? And I was gonna get in tonight, but I'll do it in the morning because there's one other guy and has been naked for a while and he's been painting. And you know, that stuff doesn't bother me too much. That reminds me, I have a story of a naked man in a hot springs, the mountain lion man. That's when I went to Spencer. That was a good trip. We were just talking. He's in the upper pool, I'm in the lower pool, and he told me he was a mountain lion hunter and he had a truck with him that was full of all these hound dogs because he had been tracking a mountain lion all night. And I just thought it was the most random, funny, crazy story. But yeah, he wanted me to go to Tonopah to come to these hot springs with him. And I just said, you know, I have plans. I mean, some family, because I was. But I'll always wonder what would have happened if I'd gone to hot springs with the mountain lion man. We'll never know. I also think like I could have been on a story of Dateline 2020. The sun's going down, so I'm gonna make a cheeseburger on sourdough. That's the plan for tonight. Apollo is enjoying the doors being open. We're just having that whole indoor-outdoor vibe while I make some dinner, and then we're gonna lock everything up and get ready for the night. I hate touching raw meat so much. Just the sound of it. Can you hear that? Is that grossing you out? People are probably unsubscribing right now just from that alone. And then I always make a little hole like this to hold the juices in, and I've been told my burgers are pretty amazing. So this little guy just ran outside and I had to go catch his little butt. Yeah, you can't be outside. It is getting dark and there are wild burros and wild horses out there and you'd be gone forever. And then some cheese. Melt that puppy and it's good to go. And that is how I make Beth's famous cheeseburger. All right, Apollo, let's turn on our show and get cozy in bed. We're gonna eat, watch a show, and go to sleep. Good morning. It is a beautiful day today. It is day 3 at the hot springs, and I actually slept in this morning. I wanted to do sunrise here again, but I was so tired and it felt so good to sleep in. So I actually had a lazy morning of making my coffee, and then I actually went and watched all the burros come in and do their morning of getting a fresh drink of water at the little pool down there, and it felt really good to do that. Like I needed that sleep in time. It's kind of a nice rhythm, waking up early, having, you know, sunrise here, and then going and working, and then coming back after dinner and doing the sunset. So I've just really enjoyed my time. I definitely will be back to these springs. The wildlife here is amazing. Yesterday morning I saw the burros, the wild donkey, the antelope, and I'm like, am I on a just like safari right now? It was so cool. It's just for you to be aware of something when you come to Nevada hot springs, but 99% of the time you're gonna see people unclothed. You know, people have very big opinions on this. I'm like, you do you, I'll do me. I really could care less as long as you're being respectful. And in other cultures, it's actually very normal. I mean, places like Japan and the Asian countries, it's very popular to go into bathhouses and soak up water unclothed. So I think you just have to know what you're comfortable with and what you're okay with, and then make that decision for you. I am almost to California coast again, from coast to coast to coast. So we're almost there. But I just want to say a personal thank you to my Patreons. It means so much to me for your guys' support. And if you don't know what that is, there's a link in my description below. My Patreons do a monthly membership to help support me and Apollo, and it goes towards gas and food and Apollo's, you know, all of his things like his special food. But it's also a great community area where I share exclusive videos and photos and tell you where I'm at and what's coming up next. If you have not subscribed yet, click that button. Don't know what you're waiting for. I cannot wait to see what next week is going to bring. Until the next adventure, I'll see you on Thursday. So I'm trying to film, but I have like this pipe here, this drainage pipe, and I'm like, just got a random pipe here. I don't know where to put my hands. Like, trying to hide it. Hello, little pipe.